We're at Supersonic Brick Show 2026, and one of the display teams with us is the team behind the Great Ball Contraption. Joining me is member Rob. How you doing?
I'm good, Luke. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Tell us all about what you have here for the GBC.
So there's 5 of us building the loop today. We've got 8 tables. I don't know how many modules total. I've got, I think, 12 in my section. Probably similar numbers all going around. So good display, lots of different mechanisms, lots of different builds by different designers. And yeah, keeping the kids entertained.
So naturally, when it comes to the GBC kind of natural operation, there are going to be stoppages and whatever else. With all the modules you have here today, which one has been the biggest pain in the backside, so to say?
I would say on my side, it's my brand new Back to the Future one, which is down that way. It's its first show, so any new module that's never been on a loop before is always interesting. So been flinging the balls around a bit, so yeah, needs a bit of refinement, but still been running pretty reliably.
I was going to mention that as well, because that is a fantastic looking idea, because everyone recognizes Back to the Future, and just to be able to incorporate something like that into a module is really cool. So along those lines, what is a modular idea that you have yet to put to the brick that will be exciting again in that sort of idea, that sort of thing?
In terms of a themed one, I've got a couple of ideas in the works. One is like a minifig escalator, so have the minifigures carry the balls up the escalator, have all different characters that the kids can recognize. And the other one is my little daughter wants to do a Disney princess one. So we've been designing a sort of Frozen themed one that's going to have like the big dam being burst from Frozen 2 and have the balls kind of cascade down the waterfall. Hopefully maybe next year, but we'll see.
That sounds really cool indeed. So when it came to setting up all these modules, has there ever been a case of you've got all these modules in mind, you don't want to have all this together, but it looks so specific in the sense that you have to make sure this module drops the ball at this height to be able to go into the next module? Was there any complications when it came to putting these together?
I mean, generally everything in GBC is built to a standard, so there is a standard input height, a standard input size. So as long as everyone's followed the standard, most modules can go in sort of any old order. There's definitely some that cope better with having like batches of balls at once, so you do have to sort of bear that in mind when you decide what order you put things in, but you tend to learn that as you do shows, and you know which modules can combine nicely together. And corners is probably actually the thing that's often trickier, because depending on where the motor mounts and things are, some modules just don't work on a corner.
One thing I know that GBC kind of takes advantage of, as a way of saying, is all the 9-volt train controllers. Yeah. How many have you, I guess, gone through? Because these are really old pieces of kit. And have you even experimented with getting replacement controllers in the event that you can no longer use these functionally?
I haven't personally, but quite a few people in the GBC community have. There's various sort of like build your own from electronics if you're sort of more electronically minded. And there's a few people that sell like sort of modern 9-volt replacements. I think FX Bricks have just come out with one. There's a guy in the US does one called Interface C that's quite interesting but quite expensive. Yeah. At the moment, these are still the most cost-effective way to go.
So I'm someone who has looked at GBC for years. I think the first time I probably discovered it was at Great Western Brick Show sometime between 2016 and 2018. I've always had the fascination in the back of my head. I would love to make a module. What would be your advice for people who want to get started into making their own module?
So what I did was I started with like small modules. So in particular, some of the big American shows do what are called workshop modules. So Chicago Brick World has a whole sort of list of them online that you can get for free. And this one right down in the corner is one from a couple of years ago. And they're designed to be sort of simple, low-cost beginner modules, simple mechanisms, not too many bricks and pieces. So I would start with building a few of those to kind of get the idea of sort of mechanical basics before you sort of start trying to design your own.
Okay, so my final question for you is, are there any social media platforms where we can find the GBC community on?
There is a Discord called Great Ball Catalog. You can find it at the Great Ball Catalog website. It has lots of modules listed and links to the Discord. There's also various Facebook groups and things, but Great Ball Catalog is probably the main one these days.
Excellent stuff. Well, thank you ever so much for your time.
No worries. Thank you, Luke.